Hey guys, what's up? This is GaLm and welcome to the G-Log for the week of November 11th to November 17th. This one will hopefully be a lot shorter than the last one because the last one was a lot of like trying to introduce the information about what a G-Log is still in the middle of the G-Log. Yeah, no, this one will be a little bit more refined, a little bit more condensed. But before we get straight into the information, first, as always, in the description below, you will be able to find timestamps for easy navigation, so that way you can be like, oh, I only want to listen to that thing. Oh, I only want to listen to that thing. And you also have the basic text information about everything I say besides the answers I have to the fan questions. That way, if you don't want to listen to like me ramble for however long I'm going to end up talking, because I don't actually know, you can just look down there and be like, oh, okay, this is the information, boom. So, just a reminder, look down there if you don't want to listen to this entire thing. Now, let's move on. This week was pretty much populated by Killzone. There was nothing else. I focused on Killzone because I knew that I needed to finish Killzone 1 through 3 before Shadowfall. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get on Killzone 3, but we'll get on that in a second. So, anyways, Killzone 1 finished up on Tuesday after a very decent run. And alongside that, on the very same day, Killzone 2 started. Now, unfortunately, Killzone 2 was a little bit on the short side, so it ended up ending on the next day, on Wednesday, but that allowed me to kind of try and get an hour of Killzone 3 recorded, but unfortunately, that's all I was able to record. And so, the Killzone 3 Let's Play, I just decided, because I wasn't able to record anything until I got my PS4 and was able to record some Killzone Shadowfall because of those real-life obligations. Those real-life obligations really sucked. And if you follow me on Twitter, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a really stressful thing, and I wasn't able to record for pretty much 3 whole days. But I jumped straight into Killzone Shadowfall, so that Let's Play started. And that will also be finishing up tomorrow, so keep an eye out for the final parts. Killzone Shadowfall wasn't all that long, but it was a fun game. I will be doing Killzone 3 eventually. I do want to play. I want to have the whole series complete. I don't want to just leave off and be like, Killzone 1, 2, and 4. No. I will do Killzone 3 sometime soon. Sometime after the whole Xbox One and after we've simmered down a little bit. But that's that section done. Look down in the description below for all the links to the playlists. And now we move on to my upcoming week expectations. Once Shadowfall's done, we're gonna kind of have a 4-day gap between finishing the Shadowfall Let's Play and the Xbox One being released. And because I don't want to like do any major Let's Plays in that time, we're gonna do a bunch of short ones. We're gonna touch on some DLCs and some short games that I've been wanting to kind of play, you know, for a while now. And so here's the possible upcoming list. Now these aren't guaranteed, but I'm hoping that we'll be able to complete or touch on a few or most of them, if not all the games that I'm about to kind of say. Now, I'm just going to say them all straight up on a list so I don't just completely ramble. So here's possible upcoming stuff. Resogun, BioShock Burial at Sea DLC, Assassin's Creed 3 Tyranny of King Washington DLC, Killzone Shadowfall Multiplayer, Metro Last Light Chronicles Pack, The Stanley Parable, some Natural Selection 2, hopefully Dead Rising 2 with Chilled, and a bunch of Derp Crew videos that I've yet to actually edit together over the last couple of months because I've been really lazy. There might be some other games that I touch on depending on how long the other DLCs are, but once the Xbox One is released, I will be going to the midnight release for that, and once the Xbox One is released, I am going to be focusing down on Rise, which will probably cover most of the weekend. It's gonna be a mega Let's Play, so I'm not sure. I'm hoping it's not a short game, because I really don't want to like be, oh, well, it's only 4 hours. No, I hope it's like 8 to 15 hours. Okay, maybe not 15 hours, but I'm hoping Rise is a long game. So that's also another thing you guys can expect, a Rise mega Let's Play. And then Dead Rising 3, that co-op Let's Play will hopefully start around that time period, depending on if Chilled's around. And that's about it. That's my expectations of this next week. We're not going to go too far into the future, just what's going to be happening between November 18th and next Sunday because I don't know the actual day for next Sunday. But yeah, let's move on to questions so that way we can get this video wrapped up. The first question for this week is asked by Jacob is a Lemon. Jacob asks, throughout this generation, we have seen many HD remakes of games from previous generations. What do you think of them, and how long do you think it will take until we see PS3/Xbox 360 games being remade for the next generation, if at all? Well, Jacob, I'm glad you asked, because I really enjoy that HD remakes became a thing with this generation. I gave away my PS2 and kind of lost my original Xbox, so a lot of those old awesome games that came out during that generation, I can't play unless they make a remake or I try playing on an emulator. And I don't like playing on emulators because they're buggy and I feel like I'm doing illegal things. But yeah, HD remakes, they kind of tackle that, you know? And it's really awesome being able to play an old game, but with nice, crisp visuals. You know, obviously they're not modern age graphics for most of the remakes, but it's nice not having to go, hey, look at all these pixelated, upscaled UI elements that I can barely read. Oh man, 480p on my 1080p screen. No, you don't have to do that when they do an HD remake. It's just they update up the UIs, the textures are upscaled. They don't even have to do that for a lot of games, but they do it. They update the textures, and it just looks great. I really enjoy that it became a thing. Now, I wish there were more full-on HD remakes, like with Halo Anniversary and like Fable Anniversary. Those look awesome. I want to see more games, like a lot of old games, be brought up to modern visuals. Like, imagine playing Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, but with modern age visuals. You know? That'd be great. Imagine, like, I mean, even the difference between Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 3 is massive. So imagine if KOTOR looked like Mass Effect 3 or Battlefield. Ooh. Oh my god, I would love that. So we might see a lot more remakes, complete remakes on the next generation, just because, hey, look, we're on a completely next set of hardware. Should we really just make the old Xbox, original Xbox stuff and just update it normally? No. Let's make it look fantastic. At least that's what I'm hoping. But for current gen stuff, on the subject of the current gen being ported over to the next gen, it might happen towards the end of the next gen lifespan, but for the most part, you can't really do HD remakes of already HD games, right? Like, maybe when we have 4K TVs and we're on the generation after the PS4 and the Xbox One, that's when we'll start seeing, like, okay, here's a 4K resolution of Halo 4, you know, something like that. But, yeah, like, a lot of games already look fantastic, you know? They look great, they already have a high resolution, and even now, like, games from 2007 look visually awesome. Like Halo 3 looks cool. Like, you know, it looks great even now. So I don't think we're gonna see a lot of current gen to the next gen ports unless the games just look really god awful. Like Resistance 1 looks god awful. So maybe if they did like an HD remake of that, we'll see. Moving on to the next question. This one is asked by a guy who wants to keep his name anonymous. So he asks, GaLm, for a game you're excited about like Rise, is it more fun for you to play it on your own or do a Let's Play? Well, Anonymous, I've considered this a lot, but I actually kind of prefer doing a game that I really enjoy as a Let's Play. I love doing Let's Plays now, you know? It's just a thing, and a lot of people I know are like, no, I just want to play it on my own. And I don't really share those sentiments. I like doing Let's Plays. Now, obviously, there are some benefits to not having to record and show thousands of people you sucking at a game, but at the same time, you know, it's fun to be able to go and react live to a game and have people enjoy that. I don't know, it's hard to kind of place it into words, but yeah, I do enjoy doing a Let's Play over just playing a game on my own. Now, if I go in to play a game, like I do this for some games, I like to play a game on my own after I've done a Let's Play. Like, I tried touching on some of the harder levels, but on harder difficulties. I like to do that sometimes, but that's usually just to kind of bide some time. Like, oh, I'm rendering a video and I can't do anything else. I'll go play a level. Oh, I have to wait 10 minutes for food to arrive to my house or something. I'll go play another level of Killzone Shadow or something, right? But for the most part, no. I like to do Let's Plays. I especially love blind Let's Plays. Blind Let's Plays are a lot of fun to do. Even if people are like in the comments going, "Oh my God, you're so dumb. You're missing this thing and that." And they, "Oh, well, sorry for not knowing how to play the game that I've never played before." Right? But it's fun. I can say my thoughts, you know, and I can look back and be like, "Oh, yeah, I just didn't like that section." I can feel the frustration. There's a lot of, you can just get the general real emotions, and you know, I don't try to like fake anything. It's me, man. It's awesome. But yeah, no, for like Rise, I'm gonna do a mega Let's Play. It's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna do Let's Plays on so many things, and hopefully, you know, I can continue on for many years in the future. Maybe when I'm 50, I'm still doing Let's Plays. That sounds sad, but it would be cool, you know? I mean, games, I don't think games are really ever gonna stop. Well, okay, let me not say that. There might become there might be virtual reality, and if virtual reality becomes a thing, why would you need to watch a Let's Play when you can live in the whole world? But what if I could record a virtual reality Let's Play? Imagine if it was actually me in the game and I didn't have to deal with stupid shit like, oh, my character can't climb over this shitty wall. Instead, I'd be able to do it. Oh, no invisible barriers. It'd be cool. But that's thinking way too far in the future. But yeah, no, I like doing Let's Plays or just playing it on my own. Hopefully that answers your question, Anonymous. Okay, so that is all the questions for this G-Log. I know it was only a couple of questions, but I'm kind of operating on very little sleep, so I'm like, you know what, this will help keep it a little bit short. In the future, we'll probably be, I want to answer like 3 to 4 questions a G-Log, so go ahead and keep on asking questions, and if I don't answer them in the G-Log of this week or next week, I'm gonna kind of store up all the good questions. And sometimes they're just questions I would want to answer later on in the future. Like I had a few next gen questions, or questions about like how I felt about the next gen. Well, let me get the Xbox One, and you know, I'll let you know about that. But for now, yep, that's all for the G-Log. Look down in the description below for any information you either kind of missed because you kind of were looking away for a second or not listening for a second, or you know, you want to click on some links to playlists. Maybe you want to check out Killzone 1 or 2 or Shadowfall, or you just want to see what games am I going to be doing? Who knows? But leave a comment down below if you have any questions or any more feedback, and if you don't like the comment section still, then you can just send me a PM. Read in the description down below for a link to like because you have to go all the way to your own inbox to compose a message. Yeah, no, I have a link to your own inbox thing. It's kind of like a general link that goes across everywhere, and then you just send a message to GaLm HD, but you can read that in the description. For now, thanks for watching this G-Log. I will see you guys next week.